Okay, I'm going to do update cost. We will go into client now. These are all our functions. I will go into update cost function screen. These are all of our costs in the computer system. I'll walk you through. This cost here is the invoice cost that is actually entered at another station in accounting. They go through every invoice and double check the pricing, and if there's a price change, they put it here. And this is what triggers the cost change. This is the field I use to update the cost and apply it to this field, which is our sum cost. So I will walk you through a couple of them to show you how it's done. I'll walk you through these fields as well. These spoils allowance, cost differential, external delivery charge, temperature control surcharge, fuel surcharge, and marketing are all part of cost buildups. All of these are added together, and they are added to the invoice cost. In this case, we just have a marketing cost of 25 cents for this. So we are $15.90 cost plus the 25 cents makes it $16.15. Now, I know that this is $16.15 per pound, not per unit. How I know that is over here, you'll see this check mark is checked off. It says check weight. And if there's a check weight, there needs to be an approximate weight. In this particular case, these are about 2 pounds. So this field, check weight and approximate weight are hand in hand. If it's checked off, there needs to be approximate weight. So when it's invoiced, the pollers will put in actual weight. They'll weigh it, and it might be 2.3 pounds or whatever it is. And then they'll multiply that by this by the markup times $16.15. So this is just the cost that the sales rep starts with. We see this on our invoice. This is what the sales rep sees, and then they put their markup on it, and then they have a sell price. You'll see a couple other things. We have a vendor conversion factor. That's if there is more than one per case. We put that in so that this price over here reflects that. We have an invoice multiplier field, an invoice divisor field, and this quantity sold last month, we call this QSLM, quantity sold last month. It just tells us, gives me an idea of how much we sell. So if I need to make changes to the pad, I can do that and make a judgment call using how much our velocity is. This item is a new item, and it doesn't have any sales yet on it. If I need to check a PO price for an item, say I'm questioning this $15.90, I could go into the POs. And you can see we have placed a couple POs, and it shows the PO number, the status, meaning it's been price checked. The status for the POs are placed, received, price checked, and closed. And if it's price checked, you can see all the POs, by the way, line up by PO number. We have 2 POs in the system for this item. We ordered one on one order and 2 on another order. If I want to look at the scan of that order, we just hit the scan button, and it opens up, and actually we scan every PO. And here you can see, if I expand it a little bit, the actual PO and the items on it. I can find the item. In this case, it's the salami bastoni, and the price here is $14.90, so that is correct. Actually, I got the wrong item here. $15.90. We want the Barolo. Barolo is $15.90. Sorry, it's the second item down, my mistake. And that is correct in the system. So this price is the right cost, our markup, our marketing money, and our sell price pad. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at a couple of these. You'll see that all new items have a 0, and I just use this to see what Nancy entered in the computer as new items. You can see these are all new items. That way I inspect them. I do all the cost changing. And all our cost changing is, right now, we're currently up to date on our cost data. We have no changes to do. I will look at, I'm going to do sort descending on this so you can see if there's an item like, say, this mango chunk here has a cost differential of $18.50. Our invoice cost is $47.20, and if you take this differential plus this marketing, we have well over $24 of pad on this item. I am going to possibly bring down the pad. So what I could do in this case is make the cost differential $10, and you'll see that I could do a decrease of a 10%. This shows the decrease that we're doing. And for this item, it's going to move it from $71 to $62, which is a 10% reduction in cost. That will go to the DSR, and then in turn will get reflected on the sell price to the unit. So the unit is going to, our customers are going to see a $10 charge decrease times whatever their markup multiplier is. To update that, I simply hit the update button. Now it's been updated in the system, and that $10 decrease in cost, it will be reflected to the customer. Down the road, after I check a couple more POs, I'll probably make this cost differential 0, and then the marketing will just go back to $5.64. And so the customer will see an overall change of $20. But I'm just going to do it step by step and wait for a couple more POs to go through for this item. Now, this was all done on a local machine. It writes to the local machine. Now, when I exit the screen, I do an update, and it actually updates to our main core, our main database, and this price change for the mangoes will go into effect for tonight's invoicing. So I'm going to go ahead and select task, and that item is now in the system. I'm going to go back in and show you the multiplier and divisors. Going back into the update cost screen. Let's look at a multiplier case. I'm going to exclude so we can see here. In this case here, we buy $2.25. This is entered in when they do price checking. This is entered into the price check screen. I do not want people to make changes to the invoice. If you look at this invoice, you'll notice that it is, one second. It is $2, and I think it was a tilapia. Oh, I forgot now. Hold on. Tilapia. Yeah, $2.25 a pound, but they come in 10-pounders. You notice it was a 10-pound. This multiplier will. I leave this in here so that when they enter their cost check here, I automatically get my cost change over here, and you'll see that. I'll double-click this. That if there's no cost change because we didn't make any changes to this, but it'll automatically multiply this to $2.25 and make it to $22.50, and then we add the $1.81 marketing, which makes it a total of $24.31, which is what the DSR sum cost is right now. Sum cost and DSR cost are the same thing. I'll take that update. No changes have been made. But that's how the multiplier, and the divisor does the same thing. Let me show you the divisor. I'm going to filter excluding selection on the 1 for invoice divisor. Couple items. So this one here is an invoice cost of $55, but we sell it by the 1 12-ounce right there. And what we do is we then have to change the divisor to 44. We divide $55 by 44, and we get a cost of $1.25. Then we add in marketing of $1.59, and we get a sum cost of $2.84. That's our DSR. That's what the sales rep will see, and then they put their markup on top of that. So that's this item here. Let me get out.